Hello everyone, my name is Dave Sauce, and today I got to hang out with Bob Pugh of Angry Rooster Guitars. And he brought one of his, well actually his only custom 6-string. Everything is handmade. He makes cigar box guitars, and this thing is awesome. Let's check it out.
What we got here is I build cigar box guitars, and this is my number 15 guitar. Anyway, this was my first 6-string, and it started out I was going to make it a 4-string until the neck looked too wide and the neck looked beefy enough to maybe handle 6 strings without a truss rod, so that's what I did. It's made with black walnut is what the neck is made with some veneers of oak from a 75-year-old dresser. Part of the heel and the fretboard and the ears on the head of the guitar, those are made from a piece of scrap wood that I got from work.
What about the inlays in the center of that?
That is basically what I did is, I have the two pieces of one piece of walnut. I cut it in half, and then there's a strip of walnut down the middle, which I cut out on the table saw and got it to the right thickness, and then the two lighter pieces are I believe it's oak off of that old dresser. So what I do is after I get everything the right thickness that I want it, I glue it all together, clamp it, and I actually clamp it on top of a level so that it's perfectly straight when it dries. Yeah. And that just keeps it all nice and straight. Then after I do that, then I end up with a board about this long. Then I cut for the neck, the scarf joint, which is really kind of hard to see on this one, but you can see a little bit here.
Oh yeah, I see how it's pulled back. That's
Yep.
Awesome.
So then I do that, get that glued on, let that dry, and then I have a jig for my saw where I cut this to get it the right thickness, because when it's first glued on, it's the same thickness as the rest of the neck. So then I have to cut that off to make it thinner. Yeah. Before I glue that, I run it through the planer to get all this exactly the right level and get it all smoothed out. And then the same thing with the fretboard. Those are all individually cut with a saw and a little miter box that's made just for these. And
that's a lot of work.
That is a lot of work. The frets on, usually I put all the frets on, and then I have a file that you go across and
take off all the burrs.
Get the burrs off and make it smooth. And I saw a video where somebody did the rounded ends on them. So I thought I want to try that with this one. So I measured the neck with a pair of calipers, figured out what the length was, and cut each one of them individually, sanded them. After I got them all hammered in, I checked to see if they were level and leveled the ones that were too high, and then re-crowned it and polished them all.
They look really nice. Like really clean nice. On the edges, very smooth.
Yeah. That's the first one I did that way, and it looked pretty good. The fret markers are walnut, and I actually have for my drill press, I have a plug maker, and it's actually for, if you're going to have making furniture and it's screwed together and you don't want to see the screws, you make a plug to cover it with.
Nice.
But that's what those are made with, so those are taken right off the same kind of board as that. Just to decorate it up a little bit, on the 12th fret, I put the little dots in them, and those are bamboo skewers I bought from Walmart.
Oh, that's cool. Little intricacies everywhere.
Yeah.
Very cool.
The side, the markers these are black plastic.
Oh, yeah.
And then another bamboo piece
Oh,
there.
that's cool to mark the 12th fret.
Yeah. I mean, really, when you're building, at least for me, when I'm building these, the only plan I had for this one was to use this, and a real guitar
Real
pickup.
Yeah, that's...
I didn't have any other plan. And so I always say they kind of build yourself.
Just like making music, it's the same thing, you know.
Yeah, you
the
just don't
song
know
kinda-
you don't know where it's going when you start.
Yeah.
Like I said, I was originally thinking of making this a 4-string, and then the further I got, I was like, that'd be cool to make it a 6-string.
Yeah.
And I got on Cigar Box Nation and actually was asking a bunch of guys on there, what they thought about it. Had pictures of the neck on it, and told them how it was made, different kinds of wood and everything. And they told me that if you have laminates in the neck, it makes it stronger.
Yeah.
And if you actually put the fretboard on as a laminate instead of, a lot of the necks, the fretboard is the neck.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if you actually make it laminate, then it actually makes it stronger too. Plus, it's, it's wide, it's
The glue,
beefy.
Yeah, the glue helps too.
And everybody said, yeah, it would be fine. Go for it. So that's what I did.
Looks like it came out perfect.
Yeah,
really
I'm
nice.
happy with it. And then, of course, there's a lot of sanding to get everything nice and smooth. And there's probably about 10 coats of oil as the finish on it. So
that's what that oil finish is like. I never knew what that was.
So it's all hand rubbed oil finish, and
nice.
it looks good. It leaves the wood looking like wood. You can still see the texture of the grain.
Yeah.
Where if,
You can feel it too.
Yeah.
But it's just like glossed over.
yeah, but if you had like a polyurethane, you'd lose all that.
Yeah.
So that works pretty good.
Well, it looks great, and let's hear what it sounds like.
Cool.
Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like and subscribe, and also go check out Bob's Facebook page, Angry Rooster Guitars. Have a good one.